Parents, what spooky past life memory did your kid utter? Not a mum, but I was a nanny for many years. This is going to be long and I apologize in advance. One of my little ones, 2 years old and incredibly smart child, way ahead developmentally in almost every way. He used to like to tell me things while we got him ready for bed. It was almost always these weird stories which would always start with "when I was an old lady." And they were always very specific little day in the life of type things which I quickly realized went beyond the life experience and typical vocabulary of a 2 years old. Over a few months he kept adding very consistently to this story. He would also sometimes play as this old lady, with a cloth over his head and walking slowly as if his back pained him. Grocery shopping or playing with his sister's dolls as if they were his grandchildren was his favorite when he did this. He added some specific details like how many children she had, 4 daughters and a son, and how many grandchildren. Her husband had died in his 50s, same age as one of his uncles, from a lung disease. One of her daughters had died in their 30s in a car accident, leaving 2 children who she took in with the help of another daughter. She had a bad back and pain in her feet. One of her daughters would rub her feet to help with the pain. All but one of her children was married. The unmarried daughter lived with her and she worried she would never marry. She remembered dying. She had been crossing a street and hit by a car. She described how people stood around her, where it hurt, how someone eventually lifted her into a car, no ambulances, and took her to hospital where she died.